One of the big issues facing the Democratic National Committee summer meeting in Chicago is whether or not the rules governing superdelegates are going to be revised. Superdelegates, elected or appointed officials who automatically are delegates who get to help decide on the presidential nominee. There's a vote Saturday. Who are superdelegates? Well, one of them is right with me. Real life superdelegate joining me now is Robin Kelly, Congresswoman Robin Kelly of the 2nd District of Illinois. Robin Kelly is also a new member of the State Central Democratic Committee of the Democratic Party of Illinois. Congresswoman Kelly, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
So the vote is Saturday, and I know you're not a voting member
Right.
of the Democratic National Committee, but you've been a superdelegate at several conventions, so you've had the benefit of this automatic vote.
Well, I've run to be a delegate. I was appointed because trying to make sure the diversity was there.
Okay, so you've been an elected delegate, which
Right.
means you get petitions and you
Right.
get elected,
Mhm.
and you've been a superdelegate by virtue of your elected office.
Right, right. So I've done it in a few ways, right.
And even though you don't vote, you have so much experience in these matters. I'm wondering what your position is, and I say this up front that I know members of the Congressional Black Caucus, of which you're a member, have had some reservations. So what would you do?
To be honest with you, I've gone back and forth. You know, I've listened to the arguments, and I am concerned about being disenfranchised, and I am concerned about diversity, that I want, superdelegates to be a diverse group of people. So my initial reaction would be that I would not vote for it. But in listening to the arguments on the other side, and not being wishy-washy, I think tomorrow, if pressed to vote, I would vote for it, but I would want guarantees or some creativity in what we can do to make sure that we have a diverse group of delegates. That's very concerning to me.
Well, you still would, because there's still so many Democratic Party rules about having gender parity and having slots for different categories of people. But one of the things that's also here, this was an issue brought by the Bernie Sanders supporters in 2016, who said the system is rigged. So is it unimaginable to come out of this meeting without having all this solved, for better or worse, in order to go to the midterms?
You know what, I think that we Democrats know the number one thing is we have to be focused on 2018 and winning no matter what, up and down the ballots across the United States. That comes first. And when I spoke the other night, I said it's okay that we...
When you spoke where the other night?
At the reception. I spoke here at the DNC reception. And that we know we're not going to agree all the time, but we have to come together and we have to act as one because we want to win. And that's the most important thing to that blue wave in 2018.
Right, so whether or not the feeling of an elected official, an appointed official, if they feel bad, that's just a few people compared to a lot of voters out there.
Well, I mean, some people are going to be happy and some people are not. I don't know what the vote is, if it's going to be overwhelming one way or another, but I think the bottom line is we're Democrats first and we want to win, and that's what we need to concentrate on.
And there we have
After
it.
this is over, when we walk out, no drama, just let's win.
Well, we'll see what the vote count is in this intra-party issue stemming from the 2016 presidential race. I'm with Robin Kelly, Congresswoman from the 2nd District of Illinois. I'm Lynn Sweet. Thanks for joining me, Congresswoman
Thanks for
Kelly.
having me.